How would you like to make one simple decision that'll change your life forever? Just listen. What if I told you that I had the cataclysmic power to give you anything and everything you've always dreamed of?
Who are you?
Promise not to tell anyone?
Okay.
I'm the devil.
Okay.
I am the devil. Satan, Lucifer, Beelzebub, the Prince of Darkness. Well, the Princess of Darkness, anyway.
Ooh. The devil. That explains it. Now I believe you. Night-night.
Hi there. Today we're going to explore the plot of the 2000 film Bedazzled. Elliot is a typical loser who works in an office. His colleagues avoid spending time with him. He understands this perfectly well, but due to the lack of friends, he keeps trying to fit into the team. Elliot suggests that everyone goes out for a beer in the evening, but suddenly each of them has plans, and supposedly no one has time to go to the bar. In the evening, however, Elliot still goes to the bar and sees his colleagues there, who are trying to hide from him. He pretends not to notice anything and joins them. At this moment, Allison enters the bar, the girl Elliot is in love with. She is also his colleague. Everyone immediately guesses about his feelings and pushes him to approach her and talk just to laugh at him. Elliot greets Allison, but she doesn't remember him. He says that they have been working together for 4 years. An awkward silence follows, after which the girl hurriedly leaves.
It was raining at the time. Here we are, talking again.
Well, take it easy.
Elliot, in despair, thinks that he would give everything in the world just to be with her. At that moment, a billiard ball rolls over to him. When he picks it up, a woman in a red dress beckons him with her finger. She says she heard his wish, and with one strike sinks all the balls into the pockets.
Let's go someplace quiet so we can talk.
Okay. What? You want to talk to me?
You're not attracted to me?
I think you're hot.
Baby, you have no idea.
Then she takes him by the hand, leads him out to the veranda, kisses him, and offers to discuss business. She whispers to him that she is the devil. Elliot tries to run away, but she appears in his way again, already in another outfit. She sets a cocktail on fire and throws it into a car, telling him details of his miserable life to prove that she really is the devil. After that, he starts crying. She offers him to make any wish to prove her words. Skeptically, Elliot asks for a Big Mac and a Coke. She snaps her fingers and says, "Done." A bus arrives, they get on it, reach the nearest McDonald's, and place an order. Elliot pays himself and receives his Big Mac. He feels a bit deceived. Then the devil suggests taking a ride in her Lamborghini Diablo and says that it's now his car. They arrive at a nightclub where everyone is genuinely happy to see Elliot and greets him like a star. In the club, all the girls flirt with him, and one waitress brings him cookies that his grandmother used to bake. This impresses him even more. In the club's office, Elliot says he didn't expect to see the devil in such an image. She briefly shows him her real form, then asks him not to ask about God, because that's what everyone always wants to know first. After that, she gives him a contract. She will fulfill all his wishes, but in exchange, she will take his soul. Elliot is outraged by such a price and doesn't want to part with his soul. She convinces him that he won't even feel it and shows him a possible future where he is together with Allison. Eventually, Elliot signs the contract without even reading it. She gives him a pager and explains that if something goes wrong, he can dial 666 and immediately contact her. Elliot makes his first wish, to become rich, powerful, and married to Allison. He wakes up next to her and is insanely happy. Going downstairs, he finds out that he can speak Spanish. He goes to his own stables and enjoys life. But then he sees Allison going to an English lesson, suspiciously hugging her teacher, Raoul. In a fit of jealousy, Elliot rips out a whole bunch of his mustache. His subordinates tell him that Allison's affair with Raoul has been going on for a long time. Elliot yells at Allison and she replies that she hates him and finds him disgusting. She warns him that if he touches her again, she will vomit right on the spot. At this moment, his subordinate interrupts the quarrel and reports problems at the factory. Elliot is surprised because he is surrounded by his own army. At the factory, he sees the production and realizes that he is a Colombian baron. At this moment, Raoul appears and declares that he is now in charge. His people, as well as Elliot's wife, are on Raoul's side. They try to kill him, but Elliot clings to a helicopter belonging to Russian clients. He wants to call the devil, but drops the pager. While in flight, he dives after it, grabs it, and manages to press the 3 6s. After that, he lands on the hood of a car. The devil is writing out parking tickets and says that Elliot didn't specify in his wish that Allison should love him. Being married and truly loving each other are two completely different things. She suggests that Elliot get to know Allison better. They secretly sneak into her room. While Allison is in the shower, the devil reads her diary out loud, but quickly adds that it was a joke. At this moment, Allison comes out. But thanks to the devil's charms, she cannot see them. Then the devil reads out that Allison likes sensitive and caring men.
I don't know who he is or where I'll find him. I only know that he is a sensitive man. He's a man who's in touch with his emotions. He's a man who's not afraid to share his fears, his disappointments, and his tears. Where are you, my sensitive man?
Elliot wishes to become the most sensitive man and for Allison to fall in love with him. He finds himself with her on the beach. Every time he looks at the sunset, tears roll down his face. He says how beautiful the view is and serves her a vegetarian salad that he prepared himself. They are almost about to kiss, but at that moment, the devil appears with dogs and interrupts them. Elliot begins pestering Allison with questions. Is she all right? Wasn't she scared? He accidentally looks at the sunset again and starts crying. Allison wants to say something, but he interrupts her and offers to paint her portrait. After this, 3 local guys show up and start mocking him. Elliot asks them to leave and not disturb them, but one of them suggests that Allison go with them for a beer. She gladly agrees. Elliot confesses that he loves her, but this is too much. Allison says she wants a normal guy who won't be overly dependent on her. In tears, Elliot dials 666 and ends up in a fountain. He scolds the devil. She in turn is upset to the point of tears that no one appreciates her efforts.
I'm not perfect, you know. Do you think I enjoy this? I'm stuck in this horrible job for eternity. Everybody hates me. I can't sleep, and when I actually try to help someone, they turn on me like I'm supposed to be God or something. Well, for your information, my life is a living hell. I work hard. I try to look good for you.
You look good. You look very good.
I just wanted you to like me.
Elliot apologizes and makes his next wish, to become an outstanding athlete, famous, strong, and rich. He turns into a basketball star and appears in an arena where he dominates the game. His height is 2 meters 28 centimeters. The devil is also present at the match, disguised as one of the cheerleaders. After the game, in an interview, Elliot can barely string 2 words together and completely fails to understand the journalist's hints. In the locker room, Allison comes to him in the role of a sports reporter. She tries to flirt, hinting at a date. Elliot struggles to understand her words and says he needs to change clothes. When she sees his particular feature, she gets frightened and quickly finds other things to do. In despair, Elliot dials 666 again. He finds himself in a hospital where the devil, disguised as a nurse, is handing out candies to patients instead of medicine. Then he asks to become intelligent, eloquent, handsome, and universally admired. He ends up at a private party in the image of a famous writer, adored by everyone. Allison approaches to introduce herself and expresses admiration for his works. They have a sweet conversation, and Elliot enchants her with his beautiful words, offering to go upstairs with him. However, in the room they are met with a surprise. A man shows up claiming to be Elliot's fiancé. Elliot tries to convince them that it's a mistake, but the situation only gets worse. In despair, he dials 666 again, and this time he ends up at a school. He decides that it is worth wishing for something not related to Allison, but instead to do something truly important for people.
I wish that I was the President of the United States.
That is the noblest, most unselfish thing I've ever heard. And it's a great way to meet girls. Bless you, Elliot Richards, and Godspeed.
Elliot appears in the body of Abraham Lincoln on the day of his assassination at the theater. He tries to leave, but Allison insists on staying. Just as he takes out the pager to summon the devil, the assassin arrives and points a gun at him. After that, Elliot returns to his job, where the devil contacts him through the computer screen. She tells Elliot that he has only one wish left. He replies that he still has 2, but the devil reminds him of the first one, when he asked for a Coke and a Big Mac. Elliot, furious, shouts that she tricked him, but his colleagues see him talking to a turned-off monitor. Elliot goes to a church and says that he needs to talk to God. The priest suggests doing it through him. Elliot tells him everything that happened, but the priest calls the police, and Elliot is taken to the station. There, he recalls the nightclub on the outskirts of the city and the contract he signed, which is kept there. The devil, disguised as a police officer, arrives at the station and leads Elliot into a cell. Before leaving, she advises him to use his last wish if he wants to get out. In the cell sits a mysterious man who starts a conversation with him. He says that it is impossible to sell one's soul, since it does not belong to the person. The soul is God's property, and the devil merely tests people. The right path can only be found by opening one's heart to God. Elliot asks who he is. The man replies, "Just your friend." Elliot spends the whole night reflecting. In the morning, he is released, and he goes to the nightclub. Inside, all the visitors have turned into old people, but they are still partying. The devil takes him into her office. Elliot says that he will not make his last wish. The devil replies that according to the contract, which he never even bothered to read, he is obliged to make a wish before the deadline. But Elliot states that he wants nothing and is ready to achieve everything on his own. In rage, the devil sends him to hell and demands a wish, otherwise he will remain there forever. Then Elliot wishes for Allison to be happy. The devil closes her eyes and releases him. Elliot finds himself on the steps of an ordinary courthouse. The devil tells him that he managed to break the contract. Elliot is surprised. She explains that no one ever reads the contract carefully, but they should. According to one of the clauses, the contract is automatically void if the wish is dedicated to a noble purpose. In 6,000 years, he is the first person to sacrifice his own wish for the sake of someone else. She adds that she truly enjoyed working with him. Elliot replies that he never had a better friend than her. He returns to work and asks Allison out on a date, but she says she cannot. She already has a boyfriend. Elliot, who has changed a lot, accepts the rejection with dignity and sincerely wishes her happiness. At the office, his colleagues once again make fun of him, but now he is different. He grabs one of them and makes it very clear that mocking him is not a good idea. All the colleagues quickly scatter to their business. Back home, he sees a girl moving into the neighboring apartment. She looks exactly like Allison. Her name is Nicole, and she has just arrived from France. Elliot helps her carry in her speakers. They immediately find common interests. A few days later, they are walking along the waterfront. Not far from them, the devil and the mysterious man are playing chess. The devil tries to cheat during the game. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, give it a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.